It was supposed to be just one night. One night away from my noisy apartment. One night to feel safe in his arms. I still remember standing at the door of his small but cozy home. The smell of fresh coffee drifted out as he smiled, holding the door open. "Come in," he said softly, like he'd been waiting for me all his life. I had been dating Ryan for just over 3 months. Things were going well, maybe too well. He wasn't just handsome. He was attentive in ways that made me question if he was real. Every text was answered, every mood noticed. So when he invited me to stay over, I said yes, thinking it would be harmless. His place was warm and dimly lit. A single lamp glowed in the corner, casting shadows over the living room. The couch looked like it had seen 100 late-night movies, and a blanket was draped carelessly over one armrest. We sat down to dinner. Simple pasta with garlic bread, but it felt like a feast. Between bites, his knee brushed mine under the table. I laughed it off, but my heart raced. Later, we moved to the couch. He wrapped the blanket around us, his arm slipping naturally over my shoulder. My head rested against him, and I could hear his heartbeat, steady, comforting. Outside, the rain tapped against the windows, and the world felt far away. It wasn't long before we ended up in his bedroom. Not rushed, not forced, just a slow pull we couldn't resist. The room was small, the bed neatly made. A faint scent of his cologne hung in the air. When we kissed, it was deeper than I expected. Not just lips meeting, but something else, like he was memorizing me. His hands were warm, tracing my spine as if each touch was meant to say you're safe here. We talked for hours in the dark. Silly stories, dreams, fears we'd never told anyone else. At one point, I caught myself staring at him, wondering how I'd gotten this lucky. But the night had its quiet moments, too. Moments where neither of us spoke, and the silence was more intimate than the words. His breathing slowed, his fingers loosely intertwined with mine. I don't remember falling asleep, but I remember waking up. The soft morning light spilled across the room. His arm was still around me, holding me like I was something worth keeping. That should have been the end of the story, a sweet memory. But it wasn't. When I got up to make coffee, my phone buzzed. A message from someone I didn't recognize. "You must be the girl from last night." My stomach dropped. I stared at the screen, trying to process the words. Before I could reply, another message came. "He told me you were just friends. Guess he lied to both of us." I froze. My hands shook as I read it again. When Ryan walked into the kitchen, still sleepy, I forced a smile. But inside my mind was racing. Who was she? How long had he been seeing her? Was last night even real to him, or just another part of his game? He kissed my forehead like nothing was wrong. But I couldn't unsee the message, and I couldn't unfeel the twist in my chest. I stayed through breakfast, pretending everything was fine. But when I left, I didn't look back. That one night at my boyfriend's house had shown me two truths, one warm, one cold. Warm, because I learned what it felt like to be cared for so closely. Cold, because I learned that even the softest moments can hide sharp edges. And sometimes the person holding you close isn't holding only you,